Hey, welcome back to YT Finance, and this is the channel where I went to business school so you didn't need to, and today we are talking about SoFi stock, Palantir stock, and Tesla stock. In this video, we will be analyzing 4 news articles, to where the first one is titled, SoFi stock pops on debt ceiling deal. So this is going to act as a very positive catalyst, which is going to increase the overall share price of SoFi, which is fantastic news for investors. After that, we'll be analyzing an article that will tell us Tesla's latest price targets, their news catalysts, as well as what we could anticipate for SoFi Technologies in the future. So overall, I'm going to say this is a very positive news update for SoFi shareholders and investors. Up next, let's talk a little bit about Palantir Technologies pertaining to how the PLTR stock is up around 8% today. Again, we have a great news update for Palantir, specifically in regards to their artificial intelligence technology and the whole hype around artificial intelligence thanks to Nvidia and other AI and machine learning companies, which is just lifting any company that has AI attached to their name, and Palantir is one of the best in this regard. Then lastly, we'll talk about how Elon Musk recently visited China, specifically Beijing, to expand Tesla's overall focus and hopefully integrate themselves further in the Chinese market. We'll be talking about their latest news updates, price targets from professionals and experts, and where we could see Tesla's share price go in the future. So for more videos on SoFi Technologies, Palantir Technologies, or Tesla, don't forget to go and annihilate that like button right now. Go ahead, do it. It helps me out a ton. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more videos and news updates just like this one. Also, go ahead and become a member of this channel by pressing that join button right next to the subscribe button so you can get secret videos about the companies I personally am buying and adding to my portfolio, and you can do this for as little as 99 cents so you won't even feel it. I try to make it as cheap as possible. But with that being said, let's dive right into today's stories. I'm just going to quote directly from this article before we get into the nitty-gritty of these details, because I think this is a good overview of what's happening and why this is increasing the SoFi share price right now by almost 6%. It says, and I quote, shares of SoFi rise on the debt ceiling agreement between President Biden and House Speaker Kevin McCarthy. If the deal is signed into law, it would lift the pause on student debt payments, which could be a boon for SoFi's stock. End quote. Essentially, if this debt ceiling agreement, which increases the overall debt ceiling, which is good news, and if it goes into law after it's signed, it would simultaneously lift the student loan payment moratorium, which will cause the SoFi share price to increase because a large portion of their business is involved in student loan refinancing. So let's dive in deeper to this overall development and talk about why it's so good for SoFi share investors. So good, in fact, that it's causing the share price to increase. If you've looked at SoFi shares recently, you would know that they're up between 6 to 7% right now based off of this news. Currently, SoFi stock is trading at $5.76, while very bullish experts believe the company could surge up to $10 over the next 12 months, and on the other hand, bearish experts believe the company could fall as low as $2.50, but I think that is absolutely a ridiculous price target and price prediction for SoFi shares. I actually think SoFi stock should be trading at around $8 right now, and this is just phenomenal news, and it could easily reach $8 over the next few months, or in my opinion, by the end of the year. But let's talk about exactly why this could be a reality. The debt ceiling itself, which no one is surprised that it is being increased, is going to act as a phenomenal catalyst for the overall stock market, specifically in regards to the overall economy and banking stocks in general. According to this agreement, to raise the debt ceiling, it will simultaneously end the student loan repayment moratorium, meaning that people who have taken out federal student loans to finance their education, this debt will now start accruing interest again, because originally it has been paused and not in effect since early 2020. But now, if this agreement is signed into law, it will end in August. But even if it wasn't signed into law, we still have great news, because regardless, once the Supreme Court rules on President Biden's student loan forgiveness plan, which is a separate thing, it will create a definite end date 60 days after that ruling happens. So either the student loan moratorium will end in August, or it's going to end once 60 days after the Supreme Court arrives at a decision regarding President Joe Joe Biden's loan forgiveness plan to forgive thousands of dollars of debt and overall forgiveness from people who have taken out federal loans from the government to finance their education. Now, I've already talked about where I personally stand on taking out student loans. I personally took out student loans and went to business school, and I don't anticipate anyone to pay back my loans except myself. I'm the one that signed the certificate, and I want to pay back my debt. No one else's name is on that except mine. I'm not going to try to force the American taxpayer to float the bill for something I signed. I also think it's unfair for the people who recently paid off their student loan debt, and they did this without help. But that is a whole nother conversation. In the end, this is going to act as a phenomenal catalyst for SoFi's overall business, because lending brings in the majority of SoFi's overall revenue, and the student loan refinancing segment of their lending business was the main focus of their business a few years ago. So now that this is coming back online, we're going to see streams of revenue come back. Right now, the volume of their overall student loan refinancing has been very small, but with the ending of the student loan moratorium, where these federal loans will start accruing interest again, it's going to increase demand for people to refinance these loans because the interest rates are extremely high on them, and this is also going to make revenue pour into SoFi Technologies. Right now, there's an estimated $1.6 trillion outstanding for student loan debt that could potentially be refinanced by companies like SoFi Technologies. So there's plenty of opportunity for SoFi Technologies to market themselves to these people, bring them into the SoFi ecosystem so they can become a member, and then SoFi will cross-sell them or upsell them on other financial products to help their financial future. Overall, this is a very good news update for this company, and I am very excited to see what SoFi makes of themselves over in the future. Next up, let's talk about Palantir Technologies, ticker symbol PLTR, which is a big data and analytics company which serves both commercial clients as well as government agencies. Right now, the current PLTR stock is up 8% today due to the talks about artificial intelligence. Essentially, any company that is linked to artificial intelligence right now is in the news, and Palantir recently came out with an artificial intelligence platform, and they've been working on artificial intelligence for a very long while, which is why they have been caught up in this massive rally. Right now, their shares trade around $14.86, which is phenomenal, but be careful. I do anticipate a pullback in this company's share price once this hype starts to lessen. Experts right now believe the company could reach $15 over the next 12 months or drop as low as $5, and that would be the bullish and the bearish perspective on this overall company. However, right now Palantir is doing absolutely phenomenal. The article even highlights that Palantir, among other companies, are rallying right now due to artificial intelligence news that did not necessarily have anything to do with Palantir themselves. Instead, this catalyst is actually linked to NVIDIA, ticker symbol NVDA, which is another company I own and that I've owned for quite a while, which is booming right now, because many artificial intelligence companies are partnering with NVIDIA for NVIDIA's technology to power their artificial intelligence platforms. On top of that, NVIDIA released earnings last week and really excited investors about the future prospects of this company and the overall positive outlook regarding artificial intelligence and machine learning. The talk and news about artificial intelligence is causing the share price of Palantir, C3.ai, and many other companies to increase due to pure hype, meaning that eventually, once this hype starts to digress, the share prices will end up falling temporarily. So please be aware of that and remember to take profits if you are green on the company. Investors will likely see artificial intelligence stocks continue to climb in their overall price as artificial intelligence becomes more and more integrated in the overall market. But again, please be smart about this and always make sure to take profits off the table. This is creating a great opportunity for people to invest into Palantir Technologies, which is why lately 50 million shares of the company has traded hands as of late, which is above their average volume of around 47.3 million shares. On top of that, PLTR stock is up almost 8% today, and it's increased more than 130.4% since the start of the year, which is exactly what I said would happen on this channel. Many people don't understand the strategy that I utilize, which would be long-term growth investing. So while the company was around $5, people weren't understanding the actual fundamental benefits of this company to surge just at a time like this. On top of that, the company doesn't really have any debt. They have a lot of money on their overall balance sheet, and the future of this company is very bright because they are profitable, and they're anticipated to keep that profitability through the rest of the year. On top of that, they are also a market leader with no other company being able able to compete with their technology. So all in all, Palantir Technologies, a very good fundamental buy right now, although it is very expensive according to their accounting ratio. So I personally would sell high and then rebuy this company once the share price falls lower, because it's only a matter of time for that to happen once the hype around artificial intelligence cools off, but who knows when that's actually going to be. So make sure you do your own risk analysis on that, and always make sure to do your own research. Lastly, let's wrap up the video talking about Elon Musk and Tesla, specifically Tesla's TSLA shares and how Elon Musk has recently visited China. Right now, Tesla is trading at around $200 per share, while professionals believe the company could surge up to $280 over the next 12 months, while more bearish analysts believe the company could drop as low as $180. For me personally, if the company dropped below $180, I am buying the company. So let's jump into this article regarding how Tesla shares are increasing right now and why exactly that is. Tesla's CEO, or Chief Executive Officer, also known as Elon Musk, has recently visited China to meet with the country's foreign minister in Beijing. China's foreign minister told Elon Musk that China was committed to improving the business environment for investors, including Tesla, to make the environment more comfortable. The foreign ministry also quoted Elon Musk saying that Elon was willing to expand business over in China. However, Tesla themselves, as well as Elon Musk, have refrained from commenting on Elon Musk's recent trip as of right now. However, Elon Musk is expected to meet with other senior Chinese officials and also visit Tesla's Shanghai plant during his trip to Beijing. Overall, I would say this is a very positive update for Tesla shareholders. However, with that being said, Tesla is really putting in the work, and they are doing absolutely amazing, to where they plan for their Shanghai plant or Gigafactory to be their largest production hub. They are even sending electric vehicles which were produced over in China to Canada and even Europe. Tesla investors have also questioned whether right now is a good time for Tesla to increase their output in their Shanghai factory, but I think that's absolutely a ridiculous question. Of course right now is a good time to do that. A Wedbush analyst, Dan Ives, is also expecting Tesla to aggressively build on their overall China footprint and increase overall output in China, because after all, China is the world's largest electric vehicle market. According to Dan Ives, they are the quote-unquote golden goose EV market, and I 100% agree with him. So the more presence Tesla has over in China, the more revenues are going to come in, and the higher the share price could go. The analyst even called Tesla's Shanghai plant the quote-unquote heart and lungs of Tesla, or the overall company, based on global production. But there is one problem. Some investors are apprehensive or questioning whether or not Chinese regulators will allow Tesla's full self-driving technology. However, I personally don't think that they should have a problem with this necessarily. But if they do, that could be detrimental for Tesla. Tesla is heavily relying on their future full self-driving software, which sells for around $15,000 per vehicle in the future, and this is going to allow them to implement their overall master plan of producing robo-taxis, which will generate loads of revenue. But we are just going to have to see what Chinese regulators do, but I personally don't think this is going to be a problem. With that being said, I think Tesla is very well positioned to continuously grow their overall share price, and I think it's only a matter of time before Tesla absolutely booms. Tesla also has a lot of other catalysts coming up, which we will talk about in future videos, but as of right now, SoFi Technologies, Palantir Technologies, and Tesla look like phenomenal investing opportunities as of right now. But with that being said, always make sure to do your own research to ensure that these companies align with your own risk management policies, your investing style, and any variables that you might have that I may not. Don't forget to go and obliterate that like button, especially if you made it all the way to the end. Subscribe for more videos and analysis just like this one. And to know the companies that I personally am buying, don't forget to become a member for as little as 99 cents so you don't even feel it. With that being said, I wish you the best, and I will see you in the next YT video.